watching the brat. ChesaTheBrat, yeah. Get a subscriber tab. ChesaTheBrat. ChesaTheBrat. Turn around.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, girl, what are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? Have you not heard that when you subscribe to me, you get a fatter ass, you get a bigger bank, you get that you was plotting on? Yeah. As you guys can see by the title, this is the story time that you guys asked to be next. I did a poll and I asked you guys about 3 different story time ideas, including this one. And y'all were like, girl, I need to know when them left you for dead on that girls trip. So this is going to be that story time. Before we get into the story time, y'all, I want to go ahead and let you guys know, I've been saying this in my last couple story times because it really is affecting me. A couple of my subscribers, not even a couple, a bunch of my subscribers have let me know that they have post notifications on for me, but they don't get notified when I drop a video, or they're subscribed to me and they know that they're subscribed, but then they check and they have to resubscribe. So can you guys go ahead and check down below and see if you guys are subscribed? If it says you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you're new, baby, subscribe, because you're gonna love it here. Also, it helps me out so much with my algorithm and pushing my video, especially with whatever is going on with my content not being pushed when you guys drop a like on the video. So if you can go swipe out of the video right now and go ahead and like it, that helps me so much. My first video on Patreon is up. I dropped it before I hit 100 seats, so there are still seats open right now that you guys can go ahead and go fill, so that you can go ahead and access the video that is up. I did a juicy Q&A where you guys asked me questions I have never answered ever. Y'all really got in my business. I will be obviously dropping the second video on Patreon very soon, so you want to go ahead and go subscribe to the Patreon. It's in my link tree in the description box below. Hey y'all, it's Editing Chesa. I just wanted to say that if you haven't subscribed to the Patreon and you want to subscribe to the Patreon, it helps me out a lot if you guys subscribe through the website or like the browser rather than on the Patreon app, because the Patreon app has all these delays and stuff like that. So if you guys want to subscribe, it's best if you can subscribe through the Safari or through your computer, however you do it, through the Patreon website. Thank you. Mwah. Also, if you have not gotten my ebook, I am doing a giveaway slash thing where I handpick out of the people who purchased my ebook. I'm going to be picking a few people to do some one-on-one coaching with, as far as just building your content if you already do content or if you're wanting to start, as well as a giveaway. So even if you don't want to jump into the whole content thing, you bought the ebook or you want to buy the ebook, that enters you for my giveaway that I will be doing this year that I'm so excited to do. So if you guys want to go ahead and get the ebook, that's also in the description box as well. The last thing is I'm going to run through my subscriber promos. These are the last bulk of the subscriber promos that I have, so I'm going to go ahead and just do these really quickly, and then we're going to jump into the tea, baby, because the tea is piping. Ambria Niaja, or Nisha, I really hope I'm saying it right, but I'm going to pop it up on the screen anyways so you guys can see the spelling. Reading my poetry and explaining them, 1 month lock update. Watch this if you want to understand yourself. These are the kind of videos that she posts, and she will be making more content in the future, so go ahead and subscribe. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is a hair page. Addie did it, and she does knotless braids, boho braids, locks, feed-ins, and all of this for under $200. I don't know where else you can find these type of styles for that price or under. That's really crazy, especially in today's society, baby. People are charging an arm and a leg for hair nowadays, so definitely go ahead and book. She's located near Gwinnett area, so if you're in the if you're in Georgia, definitely go book. I'm gonna put up her hair page here on the screen. Tell her Chesa sent you. dxddy.xyanya. I'm gonna go ahead and put her profile on the screen. Definitely go follow. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is a YouTube channel, Chocolate Sundays. She does story times. Her most recent one that I see here is where she was on a first date and she was dealing with a thief. I'm just going to say that. So definitely go ahead and tune in. If you like my content, you probably will enjoy her content as well. So definitely go ahead and subscribe. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is also another YouTube channel, LOL Not Darian. I hope I'm saying it right. She also does story times, and her most recent one is titled She Was Sleeping With Our Man. So definitely juicy, definitely tea. Definitely go ahead and go subscribe and tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is another hair page, The Gemini Touch. She is a 22-year-old self-taught stylist. This is a Memphis braider, and her braids are tea, y'all. I'm not even lying. You can see for yourself just on this screenshot alone. So if you're in the Memphis area or anywhere near, definitely go book with her. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is a woman owned clothing brand that is called shop.haus of May. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the screen. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce that. Maybe I'm a little slow. Definitely go shop with her. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is Chats with E. She's planning on doing story times, vlogs, and more. She's going to be posting a story time. She's shooting to be posting it this Saturday, I believe. And it's going to be super tea, y'all. I'm not even going to tell y'all the title because y'all need to go see for yourselves. But go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so that when she does drop the story time, you guys are the first ones to be able to see it. Definitely go subscribe. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is LexFits1. This is an Instagram page. She does lifestyle content and she doesn't consider herself a gym content girly necessarily, but she does make fitness content, lifestyle content, and just content to overall help the girls. Definitely go ahead and follow her. Her content is very, very tea and very, very helpful. Definitely go follow her. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is a TikTok page, Bad Barbie 4. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it up on the screen. She's just trying to build up her following. Definitely go ahead and follow her. Tell her Chesa sent you. The next one is moodmoons.co, beauty, cosmetic, and personal care page that sells lip gloss, lip oils, lip scrubs, body butters. I'm gonna go ahead and put the screenshot of all of her handles and the website link and all of that stuff so you guys can go ahead and shop with her. Tell her Chesa sent you. Lastly, y'all, we have one more YouTube channel, which is The Official Brina. She has Get to Know Me, Spend the Day with Me, vlogs, things like that. So definitely go ahead and subscribe to her and tell her Chesa sent you. I honestly, y'all, this is the story time, or this is what happened to me on a girls trip that really put me out the game as far as girls trips goes. I will never go on another girls trip with a friend that I'm not just like super close with. It baffles me that I have so many stories to tell about girls that I thought were my friends that put me in positions to even tell these stories, and then to a certain extent they be making me look bad because it's like, damn bitch, how many friends you fall out with, how many you done fought. But it's like when y'all hear the story, y'all be understanding where I'm coming from. Like y'all be understanding, y'all be like, ooh bitch, I would have done worse, or ooh she had you fucked up. So it's just like I don't really feel too bad because I be knowing that my heart be in the right place and I really don't be doing shit to these hoes. And this bitch had the audacity to reach out to me recently, and I'm gonna pop up that screenshot on the screen right here. I also have receipts in this video. Y'all said y'all wanted something with receipts, baby. I got receipts for y'all all day. This was around 2022, y'all. I honestly wasn't looking. Ooh, I'm rubbing my eyes and I have bottom mascara on. I need to relax. I hope it didn't smear. If it did, don't even pay attention to it. Around this time, y'all, I really was not like itching to go on a trip or even like looking to go on a trip. I had just gone on a trip to Miami this same summer with my boo or whatever. So it wasn't even like I was like fiending to go on a trip or anything like that. But around this time, I definitely was saving my coin. This is when I was just in a really good place overall. I was in a good place mentally. I was in a good place financially. At the time, I was good friends with this girl that I had met, and we had became friends, I want to say like my senior year of high school. At this point in the story time, around 2022, that had been about 3 years of friendship. When I say that we were good friends, I mean we had hung out. I was from high school till this year that I'm talking about, 2022, we had no problems. Like I never had a problem with her. She was one of my friends that was in nursing school. Like she was like a busy nursing school girly. So we obviously weren't able to hang out as much as we were hanging out in high school and shit like that. We had a lot of mutual friends. I want to name her Silly because I've used goofy, I've used cheap, I've used all of the adjectives that I could use for this girl, but I think what we're gonna name her is Houdini. I didn't want to name her Houdini originally because that name is more wholesome for the girl, because when she went to nursing school, like us as her mutual friends, we created like a little nickname for her, which was Houdini, because she was a frosted flake, y'all. And y'all know I've called myself a frosted flake. I can flake a lot. I'm notorious for flaking on like minor plans, not on purpose, just because like I don't know, when I make plans on a Monday, by the time Friday comes, when that's our plans, I really don't be feeling like doing it. I reschedule a lot. That's what I mean by flake. I don't just go ghost on the day that we're supposed to hang out, but I am known to rain check a lot because I don't know, my social battery just don't be there. Houdini would disappear like Houdini when you really needed her. No shade. And it really wasn't a shady, I mean it is a little bit of shade with the name, because obviously there's some negative connotation there when she's not there for you when you need her to be as a friend. But we called her Houdini to her face, so it wasn't the type of shade where we threw shade behind her back and we were some fake ass to her. Like we literally called her Houdini and she laughed about her own name. Houdini ends up texting me one day and she's just like, girl, I really miss you. I just need the vibes right now. I've been doing all of this schoolwork. Basically telling me that she had a lot on her plate with her schoolwork. She was doing nothing but school. She hadn't left her house. She just been doing work. She needs to get out the house. She wants to go outside. She was like, oh, I just want to go out the country so bad. Like, I just want to go on a trip so bad, but I'm cool with us just going, you know, let's just go out and get a drink. So I end up hanging out with her. Fast forward a couple days, we end up going to get a drink together and we're talking, and she's just like, girl, remember when I said like I just want to get out the country or whatever? And I was like, yeah, girl. She was like, honestly, going out the country is not in budget for me right now. I really do want to go to the beach though. I really just want to go with a friend and go catch a vibe at the beach for a couple days. Like, even if it's not something too expensive like Miami, we can go to, you know, Destin, or we can go like Myrtle Beach or something like that. Like, I just want to go somewhere for a quick getaway. She was like, I know that you have a lot of free time. She was like, you make your own schedule, you do this YouTube thing, so I just wanted to ask you like if you would be down. If you're not, if you're busy, if you can't make it, that's fine, but I just want to go to the beach and I just wanted to see if you would be down to go with me. I was just like, girl, we can definitely go to the beach. Like, I'm fine with that. I love the beach. Y'all know I'm very much connected to the ocean. I do not play about going to the beach. I love the beach. So I basically told her like, yeah, like, when did you want to go? Like, how soon are you trying to go? Like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And she's just like a month from the day we were talking about it. She was like, around this time next month. And I was like, okay, I can definitely do that. I don't have nothing planned next month. We can definitely go ahead and go. Let's just say like July 5th through the 9th or something like that. The 5th through the 9th, she's like, I'm gonna get these approved. I don't remember if she was saying she was gonna get it approved with her job, because she also had a job. If she was gonna get it approved with her job or with her school, I don't know how that school stuff really works. I don't know if you have to get days approved for like vacation with nursing school. I really don't know, but she was basically telling me she's going to confirm the days so that she can take time away from school and work, and then let me know that they're approved so that it can be like set in stone or whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. We finish our drinks, we get food, whatever, we have a good day, and then I end up going home. We end up agreeing on Myrtle Beach. She ends up hitting me probably like 3 days later and confirms the days with me. We start sending each other TikToks, things to do in Myrtle Beach. She starts sending me all of these excursions, and I want to emphasize the fact that this is the girl who was suggesting all of the excursions. So in your head, you tell me if I'm tripping, bitch. If your friend is suggesting excursions that range from $100 a person to, or like $80 a person to $150 a person, and they're the one sending it to you saying they want to do it, they're the one suggesting it to you, also they're the one who suggested the trip, you would think that they're sending you stuff that's within their budget, right? Right. I'm down as long as I can get in the ocean and I can be on the beach. As long as are down to do that, I don't care about nothing else. So she's sending me the excursions and I'm like, yeah, we can do that. That's what you want to do. Like, let's do it. We agree on like I want to say 2 or 3 excursions. I think 2. We agree on the excursions, and she ends up telling me she gets paid that coming Friday, and that we would go ahead and like book everything as well as the Airbnb and split it. And we already like had decided on the Airbnb that we wanted, but she was waiting for her check to come so that we can go ahead and book everything. And I was like, all right, cool. So now that everything's approved, I'm the type of bitch that I like to get the ball rolling, baby. So I go on Shein, I go on, you know, my websites where I get my bathing suits. I'm shopping. I'm going and I'm creating a cart for my vacation, and I'm ordering my shit. I'm buying my express shipping. I also go ahead and I book my flight, because we already knew, like we already talked about getting there in the like morning time, because all Airbnbs damn near you check in around 3 p.m. if maybe like 12 p.m. for some Airbnbs, but the earliest usually that you can check in Airbnb be like 3 p.m. and we wanted to just go ahead and get our flight out for like around noon or whatever. So I went ahead and booked my flight. I think I even went ahead and booked my excursions. Like, I'm pretty sure I did that too, because we saw the availability that was for the excursions we wanted to do. We wanted to do like horseback riding on the beach, and we wanted to do jet skis. I know that for 100. Oh, and ATVs. So it was 3. So I went ahead and I booked my stuff because there was open availability for the days we wanted to go. So whenever she was ready to book hers, she could have booked it in the same window as mine. I just wanted to take care of my stuff early, y'all. Maybe that was my fault, but I just wanted to take care of my stuff when I could. Friday comes and I end up getting a text from Houdini, and she's just like,
girl, my check hasn't hit yet. I don't know why. Sometimes it takes up to like 3 days for my check to hit once the direct deposit hits.
That doesn't even really make sense, or maybe it does, but I don't know. But she's just like,
I wanted to go ahead and book it today because I just looked on the horses or whatever, and the days that it's available is like running like slim.
Like, it started to get booked up a little bit, and she just like,
I want to go ahead and book the Airbnb before somebody takes those days. Like, what are we gonna do? Is there any way that we can just go ahead and book it? Like, you go ahead and book it and I send you all of my halves for the stuff, like send you my part when my check hits. As soon as it hits, bitch, I'll send it to you.
so I'm annoyed. Obviously, I'm annoyed, but I didn't feel like she was lying or pulling one over my head or anything like that. I probably should have stood my ground and been like, no, you can wait till you get your check and we'll just figure it out. But since I already booked my like excursions and the Airbnb, like definitely every time we updated it, there were more and more dates like further out in that month that were getting booked up. So like we were worried that the days that we wanted to go would get booked up, and I already have my flight. So I was like, you know what, there's no harm in that. She obviously knows what check, or like how much her check is going to be, or around how much her check is going to be. So she obviously knows that she can do it if she's telling me to book it for her and that she'll pay me in a couple days. So I go ahead and do what? I book the Airbnb. I book I booked the Airbnb and I booked her excursions for everything that I booked for myself. The only thing that she said she was gonna take care of when she got paid too was her flight and her like her clothes or whatever, her Shein cart or whatever. So I'm annoyed, but I'm excited now because everything is booked, and like, you know what I'm saying, it's getting closer to the day. This is probably like a week or two out from the actual trip, maybe 2 weeks out from the trip. I guess she was saying like by Monday or Tuesday she would have like the money to send me or whatever, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So some days go by or whatever, and at this point it's probably like a week out from the trip, and she ends up, oh no, this is now 2 weeks out from the trip, so that had to be like 3 weeks out from the trip. So she ends up hitting me up and she's just like, girl, or I'm just gonna send the screen, or put the screenshot right here because I still have the screenshot of what she said. I said, hey babe, we still good for the trip, everything okay? Because again, I'm getting worried now because she told me within like by Monday or Tuesday she would be sending it to me. It's probably like Wednesday or Thursday and she still hasn't sent nothing, so I'm just trying to make sure everything's okay. She says, Chesa, ugh, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I'd be able to afford everything, but it's just looking like it's gonna put me in a tight rut for real. Like, not even sending my half of the stuff, but like the flight's highest in my Shein cart is like $120. If I get express shipping, it might be smart for me to just stay home. So I said her name with a straight face, and I said, so you're saying you only have enough to cover the excursions in the Airbnb but not your flight / cart, or you're saying you don't got it at all? She's like, I have enough to cover my part for the horse trail ride and for my food and stuff, but after paying my insurance and stuff, I'm not left with that much, or with the other stuff. I'm so mad. I said, send me what you can and I'm gonna cover the rest, girl. I already booked my flight and got my clothes, and the excursion / Airbnb both are non-refundable, so we gotta go. I'll buy your flight and your cart. Just send what you can towards whatever excursion or the Airbnb. She's like, Chesa, for real, OMG, girl, I love you. I'm so sorry. I'll pay you back for whatever you cover. I'm embarrassed. I said, you don't gotta pay me back, just don't leave me to go by myself, girl, after I get your flight and stuff, LOL. Because I just didn't want, I wasn't even trying to be shady or nothing. I just didn't want, like, I don't know, I just didn't want her to like end up ghosting me after I done paid for her shit, basically. So I'm obviously pissed off because that's a lot of money that I paid. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like, I'm not even gonna do the math, but it was a lot of money that I paid, especially for the Airbnb. Just to give you guys kind of like a reference or whatever, the Airbnb was a 5-bedroom beach house. Like, it wasn't a beach, like beachfront or nothing like that, but it was probably like a 4-minute walk to the beach, and was 5 bedrooms. So was not cheap at all, especially to be there for about 4 nights. Wasn't cheap at all. I was trying to just take it on the chin and give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe this budgeted wrong. I'm not the best at math. Maybe this isn't that good at math, even though she's a nursing student. I really know, but that's just what it is. Then, of course, it's not left there. Of course, it's not left there. This girl ends up hitting me up a week before the trip. And I end up getting put in a group chat with 2 numbers that I do not recognize. As soon as I noticed this group chat and I put like a question mark in the group chat, I get a call from Houdini. And in this call with Houdini is like,
hey girl, guess what?
And I'm like, what? And she's like,
I just added you in a group chat with the 2 girls that I just invited to come with us on the trip. their money ready. They already booked their excursions and their flights. They can go ahead and send you their halves for the Airbnb right now. You met one of the girls already, but the other one you don't know, that's like her best friend or whatever, one of her close friends, and she's one of my friends too. And I just wanted to let you know ahead of time, and we're all in the group chat so we can talk.
And I'm like, wait, what? Because for one, y'all, this girl told me that she wanted to on a trip, just me and her. So I'm under the impression we're going on a girl's little friend trip, just me and her. You know what I'm saying? Not no group trip. I wasn't even in the mind space for a group trip. I wasn't even in the space to do that shit. I really was not. But I'm just like looking at my phone, like I'm like, wait, what? You just invited two on the trip without even asking me? Like, what? She was on some like,
I really feel bad for you having to cover my stuff, and I know that was a lot of money, so I felt like with inviting them, it won't be so much on you for the Airbnb.
And that's nice and all for that to be your intention. That's cool. I really do appreciate that part. At least I can give you that. But it's the communication part where you should have, like, maybe when you had this idea, you should have brought it to me before just inviting them, because now they already booked their shit because you told them, like, you invited them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already went ahead and did that. So now they're going whether I want them to or not, or whether I'm cool with that or not. And it's just like, I get it. It's not all about me. But if I'm going on a trip with my homegirl and I want to invite other people, I'm going to clear that with her, because the trip was supposed to be us, regardless of anything. So I was pissed off, and I was just like, well, I wish you would have asked me, like, or talk to me about it first. But I guess they already got their stuff, so it just is what it is. Like, I guess, like, I don't really know what to say about it. And she was just like,
don't be mad at me, girl. Like, they're really cool girls or whatever. Like, they'll cash up you right now. What cash up you want them to send you the money?
I also was torn. Like, this is another situation. I should have just stood in my ground. Like, I should have just stood in my boundaries. I'm really big on standing on my boundaries now, partially because of this situation, but I was just trying to, like, you know what I'm saying, not do the most. I really just did not want to do the most. I didn't want to be mad. It really wasn't much I could do about it at this point. I already spent my coin, so I'm like, you know what, whatever. Let me try to see the positive side of it, which is it does help me out a little bit with some money. So this is my Cash App type shit. What ended up happening was it was just me and Houdini on the flight, and we ended up meeting them at the airport when we touched down at the airport when we got to Myrtle Beach or whatever. One of the girls, like, Houdini told me was a girl that I had met at one of, like, Houdini's parties or functions, birthdays, something. I had met one of the girls. We're gonna name her Hoochie. Self-explanatory name. It was either gonna be Hoochie or it was gonna be Sardines. Also another self-explanatory name. But we're gonna just do Hoochie, and y'all are really gonna feel why I gave her the name Hoochie throughout this story time. But we're gonna name her that. Hoochie recognized me when we got there. She's like,
oh my god, girl, I missed you.
She hugged me. She's like,
I haven't seen you in so long. Like, I'm so excited. I'm ready to get lit.
and to me it was a little off. Like, I'm not trying to find a problem with everything, but it just was a little off-putting to me because, like, you missed me. I met you one time at a function and we said hey and bye to each other. We did not even, like, talk for real. So what did you miss? I really don't know, but maybe she was excited. I was excited too though, so I'm like, hey girl, hey, like, hey. I'm not no hating ass bitch. I had just as high, exciting, nice energy that she had. Like, I reciprocated her energy. And the other girl, we're gonna name her Stiff. We're gonna name her Stiff because she was real standoffish. She was real quiet, sizing me up when I'm talking to Hoochie and Houdini or whatever, and her wig was also stiff as like literally
moved around like this.
So we're gonna name her Stiff for both of those reasons. She just like,
oh hey girl, like, yeah, like, what's up, like, hey.
and I'm just like, hey boo, like, the smile or something. Like, we're in Myrtle Beach, we're about to be lit, like, hi. We end up just agreeing that we're gonna split the Ubers, like the Uber from the airport to the Airbnb, the Ubers from the beach and all that stuff, because we just didn't feel like getting a rental car. We felt like that would be kind of stupid because everything that we were gonna be, like, doing was kind of close by, so the Ubers wouldn't be that cheap or wouldn't be that expensive, or shouldn't be at least. And also, I don't even think at the time, I don't really know, y'all can quote me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you had to be like 25 to get a rental car, and we were all under 25, so we just weren't gonna do the rental car. When we get there, already start doing too much. We get there and Stiff is just like,
this is the Airbnb, like, it's not giving beach, like, this is what it was. If I had something to do with us picking Airbnb, like, I would not have agreed to this Airbnb.
So off rip, I'm pissed off because I do not like who complain. I do not like who complain for no reason. I just don't like negative ass people. The Airbnb was beautiful, y'all, and I would tell y'all if it was like mid or if it was just, you know, cute but not giving, or if it was tea. It was tea. Literally a 5-bedroom house. It had a pool in the backyard. It was 4-minute walk to the beach. Restaurants on the same street of the house. Like, it was very beautiful. All of the rooms were pretty big. It was tea. The lighting in there was good. There were big windows. You could see palm trees. It was beautiful. Like, what are you talking about? And also, to me, it's just kind of like, if you end up agreeing to go on a last-minute trip, wouldn't you want to see the Airbnb? Like, wouldn't you? I thought that they handled that amongst each other. Like, I thought at least Houdini would have sent the Airbnb before they sent their halves to my Cash App for this Airbnb. She was like acting like she ain't seen this shit at all. So I'm just like, girl, what? Like, this is cute. And Houdini's like, nah, this is cute. You tripping or whatever. And already I'm annoyed. And then, of course, Stiff ends up saying like,
well, I want the master bedroom or whatever.
She's just like, well, I kind of want this room. Like, when we're looking at all the rooms, it's not like she demanded I want the master bedroom, but when we were looking like room to room, we were all kind of walking with each other to look at all the rooms. She was like,
oh y'all, I want this one. I call this one.
And we're all kind of looking at each other like, even though these are her friends, we're all looking like, girl, like, are you okay? I ended up suggesting that we do a coin toss because it was obvious to me that Houdini liked the room, I liked the room, and everybody liked the room. And there is no reason that you, out of everybody here, you are like more deserving of the master bedroom. I didn't even feel like I was more deserving of the master bedroom, even considering that I paid for 2 people's parts of the whole thing, you know what I'm saying? And the booking was under my name too. But I wasn't that I'm not the type of to be like, well, I booked it and I paid for Houdini and for me. So like, I did not once the whole trip mention that I paid for Houdini until the end, because I had to mention that. But we're gonna get there. I was like, y'all, why don't we just do a coin toss? 2 people coin toss against each other. The winner goes against the winner of the other group, or the other 2 people that coin toss against each other, and whoever wins that one gets the master bedroom, and then we just run to go claim our other room. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that serious. Houdini goes against me on the coin toss. Hoochie goes against Stiff on the coin toss, and Stiff beats Hoochie, and I beat Houdini. So now it's me and Stiff. Me and Stiff end up doing the coin toss, y'all, and we end up doing it on like the phone, like the app or whatever. We do the coin toss through the little flip a coin app or whatever, and I beat Stiff. I think this set the tone for the rest of the trip. I think this bitch thinks that I created the app or something. Like I knew a guy that made the app or some shit. She felt like it was rigged or something, because she just felt like because she's the one who said she wanted the room and I suggested a coin toss and I won against her, that I just had this vendetta against her and I just rigged the whole shit. But it's like, it was just the fair way to do it, and I just so happened to beat you. So yeah, sorry mama, go ahead and go claim your room. And she was the only one that was like pissy about it. After everybody, like after one person lost or whatever, they just ran to go claim their room. And once I won against her, she was stank and had an attitude. But I don't give a fuck about your attitude, because now I get the room. And that's just what it is. Like, nobody else cared but her. We settle in our rooms. I'm just gonna fast forward. We end up chilling the rest of the night, and then the next day ends up being the day that we're supposed to do excursions. We had 2 days of excursions. One day we were gonna do the beach, like riding the horses on the beach, and then the rest of the day we were just gonna chill on the beach. And then the next day was supposed to be ATV and jet skis together in that one day, and then we would have one just leisure day that we could find something to do, go to a club, something like that. We end up getting up early, y'all. We're supposed to be there at like 11, but we're supposed to, no, the trail ride is supposed to start at 11. We're supposed to be there around 10:30 so they can give us the rules, a little mini lesson, which is really just them showing us how to get on the horse, how to make the horse go, how to make the horse stop, all these things for safety, you know, reasons or whatever, for anybody that's never gotten on a horse. I used to take horseback riding lessons, so I already knew how to do all that, but it's literally just the protocol. Like, it's literally just their policy. They have to do it. They do it with everybody type. Stiff wakes up and she's pissy. She's just like,
y'all don't want to just book something else? Like, y'all don't want to just replace the horseback riding? It wasn't that expensive. Like, y'all really think that we should do that? That's not really lit. I'm really here for lit vibes or whatever, and I feel like that's something you do on a couple's trip.
And she's just like, she's the only one bitching. Everybody else is excited. Even though I'm a horse girl and I could be biased because I love horses, she is the only one that's saying she doesn't want to do it. And it's like, you already booked it and it's non-refundable. All of the excursions, especially trying to reschedule it or like trying to cancel it same day, baby, like you're just trying to say, let's just forfeit the money. And it was like $100 a person. You just want to forfeit the money that we paid because you want to go do something lit, as if we couldn't do something lit tonight or something. Like, what are you talking about? So we're all just like, no girl, we're gonna go. So she's just like, and then she takes forever to get ready, and we end up getting there damn near almost late. And they're very like strict about if you're not there for the mini lesson, you're not going to be able to ride. But we make it there in like, we make it there barely on time. Barely on time. We almost missed it. Long story short, they tell us like what I said that they were gonna tell us, and then they end up saying that at the end of the trail we'll have some space to like walk around and like go take the horse a little bit into the water, take pictures and things like that. But like the whole trail was like a 30, or it was like an hour long, like 30 minutes to the little destination and then 30 minutes back, so it was like an hour total. And they said for the whole 30 minutes that you go forward, you just go forward and you just follow the person in front of you. And they were very strict about these rules. Y'all, why the fuck did we get kicked off of this excursion? Because as soon as we get on the horses and we're like going, I'm the one all the way in the back. In front of me is Houdini, in front of her is Hoochie, and in front of her is Stiff. Stiff ends up taking the horse off to the side while we're supposed to be going forward and following the trail. She's like pulling the horse to the side and turning the horse in circles, and she's just like, hey, taking videos of herself on this horse. Mind you, we have palm colored people in front of us. Like, you're making us look bad for one, and you're gonna ruin it for us all, because they said if one person out of the group, or if one group is not doing what they're supposed to do for safety reasons for the horses and for the people, we have to all go back to the start of the trail, and whoever is not following directions is not going to get their money back and can't continue on the trail. So we're looking at her like, girl, can you stop? Like, they gave her a warning and was like, hey, like, keep your horse on the route of the trail, like, don't go off to the side. And she's just like, all right, bet, I got you. And then she goes off to the side again and starts making videos and shit. So they end up telling us we have to go back. So the group in front of us, because it's two groups a day, I guess. It's us and then it's another group of people, and they were palm colored, and so were the instructors. So I'm just embarrassed. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be especially embarrassed when we be acting a fool and showing ass in front of people that are not our people. So I'm like, bruh. So we end up having to go all the way back. This was probably like only 10 minutes into the trail ride. So I don't even consider this even happening for real. Like, I never even got to experience this shit for real. So I was pissed. And we end up getting turned around all the way to the front. She's going back and forth with the instructor. I'm like, let's go. We're not about to argue with these people. We already are not getting our money back, and there's nothing else to talk about, so let's get the fuck on. So we end up leaving. We get back to the Airbnb, and I start going off, like, not yelling, but I'm just like, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, we spend a lot of money on these excursions, so if we can't follow directions and we can't act like we're adults on these excursions, then we should go ahead and just like wrap it up. Or like, if you can't follow the directions, you need to stay your ass at home, because I know that I can. Like, I said it, I'm not gonna lie, maybe I shouldn't have, I don't know, but I feel like I shouldn't have to say that to no grown-ass woman. Like, and I was speaking generally. I'm like, if anybody feel like they're not gonna follow the directions of what we supposed to do and follow the safety precautions and all the shit that they tell us to do, because they clearly don't play about their policies out here, then you should just stay home and not participate, because I don't want it to be ruined for me because y'all don't know how to act. And Hoochie's like,
period. Like, yeah, I agree.
And Houdini's like,
okay, yeah, I agree.
And Stiff is like,
yeah, I didn't mean to ruin it for everybody. I didn't know they were strict, Judge Judy ass people. I didn't know that they were strict like that out here. Like, now that I know, I'll make sure that I, you know, stay on my P's and Q's.
And it's just like, why would they not be strict? And we're dealing with big ass animals. When people are dealing with animals, they do not play about the animals and the rules. Like, girl, they're not Judge Judy. You're just goofy. You're just slow. Like, what do you mean? Are you okay? Are you cool? Like, what? I was really just trying my best to get through the trip, because I already felt the vibes off of this day alone. I'm like, I can't wait for this trip to be over, but I'm going to try to make the best of it and enjoy myself as much as I can. We end up spending the rest of the day on the beach, and Hoochie ends up bringing like a whole group of niggas to our little group on the beach. She like ended up walking away from us and then coming back with a bunch of niggas, and I don't know how or where she found these men, but she ended up bringing them over, and they're just like, oh, y'all want to come back to our spot? We got an Airbnb. Y'all want to come back?
Nope.
Hoochie's like, yeah, like, y'all want to go? And we're like, no. Even Stiff and Houdini are like, no, we're good. And they're like, okay, well, there's like parties going on, and there's just a bunch of stuff that we have going on all this week if y'all do want to end up sliding. They said that they had like a section in the club that was like on the same strip that we were on. They were like, that club over there, like, we have a section there if y'all want to come through and be at the section. We'll have a bottle and everything. And me, Houdini, and Hoochie are more, or no, me, Houdini, and Stiff are more like down for that type of vibe. Like, it's not like I'm just saying like, oh my god, I don't want to be around no niggas at all. Like, I'm so opposed to that. Like, get away from me. I wasn't interested in no niggas. I don't go on trips and like meet strangers and do the whole like vacate or find a bae out on vacation type of thing. But I just didn't want to go to their Airbnb because I felt like that would be unsafe, and that just wasn't something I was interested in doing. But the section vibe would have been cool. Like, we would have been down for that. So they end up like going away or whatever, going about their business, and then we end up going back to the crib to wash up and figure out what we're gonna do for the rest of the night. That night we end up just getting food or whatever, and the nigga ended up texting Hoochie and telling her like, oh, the vibe is like we're gonna do a party tomorrow, or I don't remember. She just basically ended up saying that they said that they didn't have the section anymore that night, so we ended up finding something to do. We went and got drinks and got food or whatever. Rest of the night was a vibe, and then the next day came, was the ATV and jet ski day. We ended up doing that. No problems during these excursions. Everybody knows how to act. We actually had fun, and I felt like this was a turning point in a positive direction for the trip. I'm like, maybe I don't have too much to worry about. Okay, cool. Like, I love this. I had a blast, y'all, on the jet skis. I had a blast on the ATVs. We end up being pooped. We end up going back to the Airbnb, spending the rest of the day in the Airbnb by the pool, swimming, going to sleep. Next day pops around, and it's the last day before the next day is just when we leave or whatever, so I'm not counting that day, but this is the last day. We already did all our excursions. We already did everything we booked up. So now we're just trying to find something to do. We go to the beach for like the daytime. We get some food, we get some crab legs and all that. And Stiff is not like being as much of a bitch, but she's not really talking to me like that. Like, we already kind of had like an unspoken understanding that we don't with each other like that, so we really just weren't speaking to each other like that. So Hoochie ends up getting a text, and she's just like, y'all, oh, mind y'all, Hoochie ended up inviting the nigga, like the main nigga that she's been talking to since the beach. She ends up inviting him to do jet skis with us. He came and did jet skis. He paid like $300 just to get like a same day, like it was booked up, and he ended up paying that much just so he could do the jet skis with us. She ends up saying, let's just name him, we're gonna name this nigga, because there's another nigga, we're gonna name this one Beach Boy. We're gonna name him Beach Boy so that y'all can remember this is the one she met on the beach. Like the first nigga she ever talked to on this trip. We're gonna name him Beach Boy. So she's like,
Beach Boy texted me, and he said that there's this like party tonight, and it's at this huge beach house. It's like damn near a mansion type of vibe, and it's on the beach, and it's like, it's such a nice house. He sent me a video. Like,
at this time it's like 10 p.m. and she's like, the party just started. She shows us a video that I guess Beach Boy sent her that he took from the party, and she's like,
they have a bar, they got food, they got a pool, they got a jacuzzi. Like, we gotta go, we don't got nothing else to do. Like, it's 30 minutes away. We can all split the Uber, even if I gotta pay more for the Uber. Like, let's go. I really want to go. I really want to go.
She ends up convincing us, because at first we're kind of like, girl, 30 minutes, like, I don't know. And to me personally, the thought of a 30-minute Uber back, the Uber there, a 30-minute Uber back when I'm tired, because it was already 10 p.m. we had to get ready still, so we would have been coming back probably 3-4 in the morning. So the thought of a 30-minute Uber back at that hour when I'm tired and probably drunk just did not sound fun to me. So we're all like, you sure you want to do that? You sure we don't want to do something else? Like, are we gonna really do that for real? She ends up convincing us one way or another, and we end up getting ready and taking the 30-minute Uber there. We get there, and lo and behold, it's $15 a person at the door. They didn't tell her that, I guess. So she got an attitude, I got an attitude, Stiff got an attitude, and Houdini got an attitude. But it's one of those things where it's like, the Uber that we got there was $60. Yes, we split it, but a $60 Uber, we're not trying to take a $60 Uber back just to not go in the party. Like, $15, yeah, that's annoying because we didn't know about it, and it's like, I never had to pay to get in no party or no club because I'm a bad bitch, but it's like they were real, you know, bougie about it or whatever. So to me, what's $15 more rather than us spending more money on an Uber back just to not have any fun? Like, that would have been a whole waste. So we spend a little $15, we get in the party or whatever, and as soon as we get in there, there's like this little bar. We throw back 2 shots. We take 2 shots to the head immediately, and to me, 2 shots is like pregame. Like, y'all already know I can hold my liquor. Houdini could hold her liquor. I never drank with these other, so I don't know how they act, and I didn't know how they acted off of liquor, but I knew that I could handle myself off of 2. But I do end up getting lit, and we're gonna get to that. But we take 2 shots. Mind you, I was also off of a pretty empty stomach. We had eaten like 1 time that whole day, and I didn't eat much because I didn't even like my food at the restaurant that we went to get food. So I was definitely feeling the drink a little faster than normal. So we end up going by the pool or whatever. We're sitting by the pool. We got our legs in the pool or whatever, and Hoochie ends up yapping. She starts yapping about how Beach Boy invited her to this party and told us to come just for him to be in another face, in her face, and how she saw him like caked up with a whole nother bitch when we walked in, and how she's pissed off and how he got her fucked up. And it's like,
that's not your nigga. That's not your nigga. That's not your nigga.
baby, we don't give a She ends up saying like she's gonna show him what he's missing or whatever. And behind us is the jacuzzi, and there's like a nigga in the jacuzzi with these like sunglasses on. He looks goofy as hell. He looks so corny, y'all. He's not even cute. And obviously she wants to make him jealous. She wants to make Beach Boy jealous because he's there, he's around the pool, he can see us or whatever. He said hey he said what's up to us, but then he started talking to a girl. So I guess she felt like she was gonna do her big one and get in the jacuzzi with the nigga. So she ends up getting in the jacuzzi. Stiff ends up saying she's gonna go like get a drink or get some food or whatever. So she walks away before me and Houdini, and me and Houdini end up like chopping it up a little bit. We end up turning around and we see Hoochie kissing the boy. We're just gonna call him Jacuzzi. We're gonna call him Jacuzzi Boy. She's kissing Jacuzzi Boy in the jacuzzi. Ooh. She waited for Beach Boy to like come in our general area for her to start kissing this boy, but like you're trying to like make a stranger jealous by kissing another stranger. You don't know these niggas for real. What is going on in your head, boo? Like for real. So me and Houdini look at that, and then Houdini walks over to her and she's like, girl, are you drunk? Like, let's go. Like, she's like, I'm grown, leave me alone. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm not a little kid and I'm not drunk. So we're like, all right, whatever, girl, we're gonna go get drunk. So we go into the little area where the bar is, and we go get some more drinks or whatever, and we're taking them back. And eventually Stiff comes like around us, and so does Hoochie. Hoochie ends up coming to us by the bar, but she's with Beach Boy now. I guess her little trying to make him jealous thing worked, I don't know, but she brought him over to us for us to all take a shot together, and he ends up pouring a shot into his mouth. He grabs the Casamigos and he pours it in his mouth, and then he gives her the shot into her mouth.
I don't even know what to say.
Like a bird feeding its baby, yes, like. And she takes it, like she like knew he was gonna do it. It's like when he poured it in his mouth, she went like, so that he could do that. And like, that's crazy to me. That's some real Hoochie shit, in my opinion. That's just nasty, beyond Hoochie, but like, that's just what she did. So it is what it is. So now they're kissing in front of everybody. So she done lipsed 2 boys in the same party in front of everybody shamelessly. She has no shame, no decorum. I don't know where these came from. I don't know where Houdini found these at. But now I'm embarrassed and I'm like, oh hell no, I need a shot. So me and Houdini end up taking more shots, and I probably took like 3 more shots. And at this point I ended up telling her like, I think I'm gonna call it right here. I don't think I'm gonna take any more because I feel woozy right now. She's like, okay, let's just do one more, let's do one more. And she gives me like, hands me another one, and I'm like, all right, F it. So I take one more, and y'all, this one puts me out of the game. I'm not gonna fully blame nobody else but myself. Obviously I'm drinking, I'm a grown-ass woman, so I know there's gonna be somebody in the comments like, well, you're the one who wanted to drink. Yes, baby. But what they ended up doing is wrong either way. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. So at this point I'm super lit. I'm like, the walls are caving in on me. I need some fresh air. It's hot as in this place because this is like the peak of the summer, and it's a beach house. It's humid. It's hot in the house. So I'm like, Houdini, come with me outside. I need to get some fresh air. Like, I'm about to throw up. Like, I need to go outside. So I pull her arm with me to go out and like through the front door. We entered the party through the garage door, but it was like right by the front door. You could see the front door from the front of the house. So we go out the front door, and there's like this little like swinging bench situation. I'm gonna put it on the screen like what I'm talking about. Like, this was literally me right here, but instead of the morning coffee, it was a red cup. Like, that was literally me swinging on the swing or whatever. So I sit on it, and I'm just kind of like,
I'm just like,
and I'm like closing my eyes. I'm damn near falling asleep just laying there like this. And I remember Houdini saying to me, she's like,
hold on, girl, I'll come right back out here and check on you. Like, stay here, I'll be right back.
and she goes inside. That's all I remember from this situation until I wake up. I end up waking up, and I don't know what time it is. I don't know nothing. I just woke up, and I thought I had a little drunk nap. I thought I might have slept for a little 5 minutes, and I look at my phone, and my phone is dead. So I get up, drunk still, and I walk inside, and the party is like half of the people in there left, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm confused, but I'm disoriented. I'm drunk still, and I'm confused, and I'm just trying to charge my phone. I'm trying to find my friends. So I'm looking around for the girls. I'm looking for any one of them, Stiff, anybody. I'm trying to see like where they at. And I don't see them anywhere. So I stopped, and I was talking to the DJ, which is the same nigga that Stiff was talking to. She wasn't like caking with him or nothing, but she was like over by the DJ booth and like flirting with the DJ when we were in there. So I had ended up going to the DJ, and I was like, have you seen the girls that I was with? And he was like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm lit. I don't know what girls you were with.
like, he didn't remember who I was with or whatever. So he's just like, I don't know, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I'm just like, can I use your charger? And he's like, yeah. So he gives me the charger, and I put my phone to charge on the DJ booth, and then I walk to go look for my friends or to look for the girls. I go by the pool, I look out there, I look in the jacuzzi, I don't see nobody. I go to the bathrooms, I check every bathroom, I don't see them. I go to the kitchen, I go everywhere and I see nobody. You know who I do see though? I see Jacuzzi Boy. I don't see Beach Boy anywhere, but I see Jacuzzi Boy. So I'm like, hey, did you see, like, have you seen the girl that was kissing you in the jacuzzi that I was with? And he was like,
that bitch left.
and I was like, what? And he called her because I guess he was mad that she had kissed him and then started kissing another nigga, like he was blown by that. Can't really blame him. So I'm like, what do you mean she left? And he was like, I saw her walk out with Beach Boy. He was talking about.
I saw her walk out with that nigga she was kissing, and the other girls like walked out with her like they'd been left. Probably like 45 minutes ago.
Oh, for real, because hoes be having me f***ed up around this motherfucker. Is hoes cool? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Bookie.
I'm like, 45 minutes ago they left. 45 minutes ago.
So I don't know at this point how long I have been out there on that bench, but now I'm pissed. So I start crying, like not in his face, but I walk away and I'm like, all right. And I'm like drunk walking to go get my phone back and I'm like, tears are streaming down my face. So I go and get my phone and I have no missed calls from them. I call them, nobody's answering, so I'm pissed. So I end up buying an Uber, y'all. It costed me like $65 because I didn't do the wait and save. I did the
Pick me up right now.
So I paid like $65. My Uber comes. I'm in my chanclas, like, y'all, I'm still wet from the pool because we like had got in the pool a little bit, not like from my hair down, but like I'm wet from like here down. I have on a bathing suit bottom and I put my shorts on like unbuttoned, like over my bathing suit bottom to get in the Uber. I have my bikini top on. My chanclas are wet and I got a towel, my purse, and my phone in my hands. So I'm in this Uber, I'm pissed off, 30-minute Uber back. I'm damn near falling asleep in this Uber because I'm so drunk, but I'm so mad, so I'm up. I get to the house, to the Airbnb, and the door is locked.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
The door is locked and all the lights are like off. So I'm thinking these are not here. They done left me to go to another function and now I'm here and don't know where these hoes are and the Airbnb is still locked from when we left the house. But no, baby, them were there. So I'm banging on the door. I'm banging on the door for a good 5 minutes. And this is what I'm still thinking, like maybe they're not here, but I'm hoping somebody comes to the door. I'm banging on the door like the police. I'm like, and I'm banging on it like a nigga, literally. So somebody comes to the door. I see the little light come on. Somebody comes to the door and opens the door and it's a nigga. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be scared. If you broke in this Airbnb, now I'm worried about my. But then I realized that the nigga is Beach Boy. Beach Boy is in my motherfucking Airbnb. So he opens the door and I'm like, what the fuck? I just literally looked at him and I was like, what the fuck? And he's looking drunk and shit. He's just kind of like,
what? Like, are you like what? Like, you good or whatever?
and I'm like, nigga, why are you here? And then I brushed past him or whatever.
Move, bitch.
I went up the stairs and I went straight to Houdini's room. And I'm like,
Houdini, wake up, wake up.
so I bust open the door and I'm like shaking her up. I'm like,
Houdini, wake up, wake up.
and she wakes up. She's all in a disoriented mess and she's just like,
What?
she's like,
What? Are you okay? Are you okay?
and I'm like, don't ask me if I'm okay. Why did y'all leave me at the party? Why did y'all leave me there? Why did y'all leave me there? Like, I'm screaming to the point where I'm damn near like not even letting her answer the question. It was really a rhetorical question because you really had no real reason to leave me at the party. So I'm yelling at her and she's like,
Whoa, wait. Hold on. You told me you was gonna come back inside, so when you didn't come back inside, I assumed that you left with somebody or something.
What?
Like, I didn't know you were still there. Why didn't you call me?
I'm like, I didn't call y'all because my phone is dead. My phone was dead. What do you mean? And I'm like, no, I'm teeing up on her now. Like, I'm in her face. I'm like, there's no way that you thought that I left with somebody. Even if you thought I would leave with somebody, why would you not check up on me? Why would you let me leave with somebody? Like, why would you be okay with that? I don't have no calls, no texts from none of y'all. Like, you're crazy as. And I'm like, you're lying. You told me you was about to be right back. Y'all, I know I was drunk, but I specifically remember her saying she will be right back to check on me. She said it. I didn't tell her I'll be like, and even if she never said that, if I have a friend that's drunk on the porch, I wouldn't even leave my friend drunk on the porch. No shade. But if I happen to be drunk enough to leave my friend drunk on the porch, I would go back out there and check on her. And even if I don't check on her right away, I for damn sure would not be leaving that party, getting in an Uber without my friend in that Uber with me, going all the way back to the Airbnb without knowing where she is and being sure of where she is. I wouldn't even let my friend be, like, if my friend left with a stranger, I would have been like, send me your location right now. I'm coming to get you. We're going to come get an Uber, come get you, whatever we got to do. Because no, that's not safe. But fuck that. I was on the front porch. I was literally on the bench in the front porch. For them to even leave, like pull out of that long driveway to that house, they would have seen me on the like bench. They would have still, you would have been able to see me even getting in your Uber and leaving out. So how could y'all just leave me there? So I'm yelling at her, and she's just like,
I really didn't mean to leave you. Like, I thought that you left with somebody. I thought you left with somebody.
I was like, either way, you dead ass wrong. So I'm yelling or whatever, and y'all, Hoochie ends up coming in the room. She got this big old t-shirt on that's clearly not her t-shirt, so that just pisses me off more, because you done invited a nigga. Now I'm mad for real. So she's just like,
Chesa, what's going on? Like, where you been at?
and I'm like, don't talk to me. I'm like, don't talk to me. And she's like, what did I do? And I'm like, y'all all left me there. I don't give a if she's more my friend or what. All y'all hoes left me there. All of y'all are dead ass wrong. Y'all are not. I didn't say girls, but I was like, I would never leave no bitch that I'm with at no party, friend or not. Y'all are weird, lame ass. Don't even talk to me. You invited a nigga in the Airbnb. Like, you brought a nigga over here. I felt so betrayed, and I was also like scared. When I woke up there alone, I was scared. When I got in the Uber, it was a nigga driving me all the way back 30 minutes. That could have went any type of way. I was scared, and I was pissed, and I know I was valid to be pissed. So I'm yelling at Hoochie now. Hoochie's like,
Whoa, what the f? Like, chill. And she was like, I didn't know where you were. I didn't know if you came back here. I didn't know you wasn't back here yet.
and I'm just like, what are you talking about? None of these hoes were making any sense. So I I'm like hitting shit or whatever, and I like storm out of the room, and I'm like teeing up on the house now. I'm yelling at everybody in the hallway, and I'm just like, y'all got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up. And y'all, guess who to walk out of her room? Stiff. Also, I'm sorry for the lighting change. I don't know why I keep changing. It's supposed to look like this the whole time, but I don't got time to redo this story. This is bringing me PTSD. But anyways, Stiff walks out of her room into the hallway, and she's just like,
why are you yelling?
and I'm like, don't call me no. Why did you leave me at the party? Y'all lame as for leaving me. You got me fucked up too. And she just like,
Girl, ain't nobody your mama to be checking up on you.
and this threw me off. I'm so surprised I did not swing once she said that. I'm like, girl, what? I'm like, what? You have to be my mama to care about a bitch that you came with? Y'all gonna leave a bitch that you came on a trip with at a random person's house, drunk at a party, and leave me there? Like, y'all, you justifying that? Really? She's like,
You a grown ass woman, bitch. You knew where the Airbnb was. I don't know why the f you tripping. You know how to get back. You got back right, so it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't be a problem.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
so I'm like, you got me fucked up. She like,
Oh, I got you f***ed up. What you gonna do?
I said, bitch, what you gonna do? And she goes, boom, and she hits me in my shit. Do y'all think it connected?
It kind of did.
I ain't gonna lie, it kind of connected. I'm still drunk at this point, but I said, what you gonna do? She said, boo. So I said, oh. I started beating her ass. Boo, boo. Y'all already know how this goes. Y'all can really do this with me. Like, get up and do this with me at this point. Now I'm beating her ass. I beat the out of this girl drunk. I did not give a fuck. I don't know who you thought you was swinging on. And then I had the rage of a
Young man.
like, I literally was so mad. The nigga, of course, there's always a nigga trying to come break up a fight. Nigga runs over there, he's like, yo, y'all chill. He pulls me off. I'm like, nigga, why are you even here? So I'm like swinging on this nigga. Like, that doesn't even count for real, because he's a nigga. He's way bigger than me. He wasn't even like stunting that shit. It was giving like security guard of, now that's TV. He's like, girl, and like he swings me off of her. I beat her ass. This bitch is leaking on the floor. This bitch wig is off. That stiff ass wig she had the whole trip is off. She's like,
What the f*** is wrong with you? What the f*** is wrong with you? How you got a problem because you're a grown ass woman and you didn't make sure you got home?
I'm like, girl, what the f are you talking about? If that's the type of that you are, where you feel like just because your friend is a grown ass woman that you gonna leave her for dead at a party drunk as fuck, knowing that she done passed out drunk, then you don't need to have friends. There's something wrong with you. I don't give a fuck if my friend is 30 years old and I'm younger. I'm not gonna leave my friend nowhere by herself. At this point, I'm crying because I'm so upset. I'm so betrayed. This is reminding me of that other trip where I fought them hoes in the house and somebody stole from me. It's just like, at this point, I'm drained, I'm disappointed, and I'm over the girls' trips. I'm over friends in general because I felt betrayed by Houdini for her to even leave me there, because it was really more her. The betrayal feeling really came from Houdini, because that was my friend. These are your I don't like the company that you keep. And I'm gonna show y'all a text message that I sent her after the trip. But I basically, I'm gonna get to that. But I stormed to my room. I'm crying. I'm like mad as fuck. I lock myself in the room or whatever, and I end up going the fuck to sleep. Everybody goes to sleep, and we wake up and are copping, please. Like, Houdini wakes me up and she's apologetic. She's like,
I'm so sorry that I let you. I should have never let you. I was so drunk. That's not an excuse. I'm so sorry. We all agreed we're gonna send you the $65 that you had to pay for the Uber.
Oh, and I forgot to say, while like I was like arguing with them and arguing with Houdini, I'm like, bitch, I paid for this trip. That's when I said earlier that I didn't mention it in front of everybody until the ending. When I was arguing with her and everybody could hear, I did definitely say like, bitch, I paid for this. I paid for the trip for you. I paid for your part of the trip and you gonna leave me there. So I guess they got to talking before I woke up. She ends up telling me they agreed to pay me for however much the Uber was that I had to take by myself because they shouldn't have left me there. Stiff is even copping, please. She's just like,
I really shouldn't have swung on you. I really shouldn't have came at you the way that I came at you because you had a valid reason to be mad or whatever. She was like, I get if you don't with me like that, like we don't gotta with each other, but I just wanted to say like I shouldn't have swung on you or whatever. I don't got no beef with you.
And it's like, yeah, but you don't got no beef with me now because I beat the fuck out of you. And it was giving, y'all, she underestimated me because Stiff was a taller girl. She was a taller, more heavier girl, and I feel like she assumed because I was like more petite. I don't want to say petite because I wasn't the skinniest like thing in the world, but I was way skinnier than her and I was shorter than her. So I feel like she assumed she could beat my ass, or she assumed I was an easy target. Kind of just left it alone because I was, again, drained. I was checked out. I was disassociating at this point. I already beat your ass. Houdini, I already decided in my head, is no longer my friend. No friend of mine would ever do that to me. And Hoochie is a Hoochie. I don't even keep company like that for real. So we ended up, this was the morning that we were leaving. We ended up going and getting breakfast. It was a quiet breakfast, y'all. And then we ended up going to the airport. Houdini and me get on the same flight because, again, I booked her flight. Remember, I paid her for her flight. Luckily for me, when I went, by the time I booked her flight, remember, like, it was days after I booked mine. So by the time I booked her flight, she couldn't be on the same row as me. It was the same flight, but she wasn't in the same seating as me. So we didn't have to sit together on the plane. But we ended up getting on the same plane together, and the other got on their own plane together. I didn't say bye to them. I didn't say shit to them when we got to the airport. I didn't speak to Houdini at the gate for our flight. I was not sitting with her. I was not speaking to her. She kept trying to speak to me. She was texting me while we were there and I was ignoring her text. I told her like, I don't want to talk or whatever, and I didn't speak to her. We got on the plane. I did not speak to her. When we got back to Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, I got off that ramp. I walked my ass to the front. I called myself an Uber to go home, or I might have had my boo pick me up. I don't really remember the timeline, but I left and I went home and I did not talk to Houdini. I ended up texting her a couple days later, and I'm gonna put on the screen what I texted her. It was something like, I really just want to let you know I don't fuck with you. It's no beef, because she's not a fighter. If I would have fought her, that would have been bullying borderline. Like, I'm really surprised I didn't hit her ass just because of how up she had me, but she got beat up in high school. I've seen her get beat up after high school, so she wasn't a fighter. I didn't even want to put my hands on her for real. I just didn't want to be her friend anymore, because to me, I get it, it's like at the end of the day, I shouldn't have got so drunk, I guess, but at the same time, no friend of mine is going to bring me around that act that way. I don't like the company that you keep, and I basically just told her, like, I don't like the company you keep. I don't want to surround myself with that. For me to go out of my way to try to like pay for your things so that we can still go on this trip just to be left feeling betrayed at the end of it, I don't want to be your friend, because I don't feel like a friend would really do me like that. I don't got no beef with you. I get it. You're apologetic. You take accountability. That's fine. But I really do not want to move forward being friends with you. And I would really just like you to leave me the fuck alone. Something like that. But she didn't end up cutting off Hoochie. She didn't end up cutting off Stiff. They're still friends to this day. So I guess that's just the, you know, the crowd that she belongs in, and I'm not part of that crowd, and I don't want to be. That was the end of this story time, you guys. And if I didn't already, I'm gonna put up on the screen what she texted me recently. And I just felt like that was kind of crazy to text me that, because I mean, I get it, people grow. That was a few years ago, but it's just like, I don't have nothing to say to you. Like, I wish you the best, but thank you for reminding me of this situation so I can do a story time. But I really don't see myself ever being her friend after that situation. I just would never do that. And maybe y'all, some people might think I'm being dramatic, but the way I was around so many niggas at that party, there were so many men there. It was not the same state that I lived in, so I felt unsafe. I was unsafe. Like, somebody could have done something to me while I was sleeping on that bench. Somebody could have took me somewhere. Like, I don't play about that type of stuff, and I would never do that to anybody, even a bitch that is my enemy. I wouldn't leave no girl in a dangerous situation like that if it was my op. Truthfully, around a bunch of men, no. Very heavily on,
I choose the bear.
I don't like that. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Y'all let me know what y'all would have done. Comment right now. I want y'all to comment right now and tell me if you would have done the same thing, if you would have crashed out before I did, what you would have did, what your opinion is, if you feel like I'm wrong, if you feel like I'm right. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Comment other videos that you guys want to see from me. Turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I post a video. Follow me on all my social medias that are in the link tree in the description box below. Go ahead and subscribe to my Patreon if you guys want extra juicy content. Definitely go ahead and check out my ebook if you want a no BS guide to content creation, or if you just want to enter in the giveaway. Follow me on Instagram at ChesaLaMorena. Follow me on TikTok at ChesaKiana and ChesaMorena. And I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
ChesaTheBrat, ChesaTheBrat.